Hello, everyone. I will be recording this BIB club tonight so that you can all watch the replay. I think we've only got 2 or 3 less sessions left. So we will be out of the BIB book, the More BIB book, and also the workbook, Build It Big workbook. And we are on session tonight, life balance. This was really a good session. When I was reading through it, I was like, wow, it's just so put together for you to really be able to plan out your time with family as well as with your direct sales business. So we'll get started now. Life balance. And the quote that's at the top of the workbook section says, many people seem to think that success in one area can compensate for failure in other areas. But can it really? True effectiveness requires balance. And that is so true, that you do have to have balance in your life, in all avenues. So the readings that we had in this section, there was 5 readings. First, starting out with the Build It Big book, page 194. And that section was on make your children the reason. Now, I hope that you read this when you're watching this replay. But some key things that I pulled out of this section without, reading it, from the BIB, page 194, your direct selling business gives you the opportunity to teach your children business skills, people skills, money skills, and yes, even life skills. Now, you know that I've been doing Avon for quite a long time, 38 years. Both of my kids, because it does talk about make your children the reason, both of my kids only knew me as the Avon, lady. My son used to say that she could be yelling at us one minute and picking up the phone the next minute saying, "Oh, hi, how are you?" and totally turning the personality around. Well, another point that I'll make in this section is both my kids are 30 or over, and my son used to really always help me with my business. He would help me label my books. He would help me do events. He helped me with a lot of things. And what's interesting with that is later on in life, when he was working his job, some of those things that I was teaching him as a child, helping me with my business, he was able to use. And so you really can be, working with your children, your family, and it can all fit together. And later on in life, they're going to go, this is why I can do this so well, is because, of my mom's home-based business. So another point in this chapter of Make Your Children the Reason, it says, learned a great worth ethic and self-discipline from my direct selling mom. So, and it is, when you have a home-based business, it is self-discipline. You do have to self-discipline yourself by setting that time aside. So the next reading in the Build It Big book is choose to be balanced. And that was on page 203. And 203, some of the things I wrote down, it's like, what's important to you? Have a plan that includes all facets of life. So, give yourself one day a week, schedule play time, play hard, work hard, time to learn, and strengthen spiritual connections. So some of those things, you have to keep filling up your cup of learning to be able to continue with your business. Keep filling up, knowledge is power, right? So you have to keep learning. You have to keep adding to your knowledge, so that you keep yourself enthused, excited, all of those things. So some of the things that was talking about, besides just planning, it was also talking about variety in your life. Rev up your social life, create a calming personal environment, control your inner world. So let go of guilt. You don't have to feel guilty for what it says in here. Let go of guilt by being present in the moment. Tell yourself, I am doing exactly what I should be doing right now. There is time for everything important in my life. So that's a good key point. And give up the time wasters. What are you wasting your time on? Are you wasting time on Facebook? Are you spending too many hours a day on Facebook? Do you have a TV where you're having your office, and do you get, pulled away into something that's on TV? Chatting on the phone, emailing, surfing the internet, all of those things can pull your attention away from what you should be doing. So some of the action that was recommended there is select items from the list above and decide which actions you will take in the next 48 hours to bring more balance to your life. So some key points there. I believe the next reading in the Build It Big, still in the Build It Big book, page 213. We go to that page and see what I wrote down here. And this is choose success systems to stay motivated. So first, a system is an accurate, established procedure. Second is the motivation. And there's 4 parts of the motivation: making a choice, take to action, for a result. So you want to have a result, and do it whether you feel like it or not. That's what you've got to do. I mean, again, it goes back to discipline. Motivation is not about how you feel. It's about what you choose. So that's a good thing. That's a good saying. Motivation is not about how you feel. It's about what you choose. So in that same section in the book, it talks about working success symptoms. So your basic motivation symptom. Everything is a matter of choice. Choice equals results. Good choices equal good results. Bad choices equal bad results. So by reading that, see what comes out to you, what stands out to you in these readings about choose your success system, okay? And that's all about staying motivated. So motivation is simply about making a choice to take whatever action to achieve the clarified results. So what is the results you want? And you need to clarify them. Is it you want to earn an incentive? Is it a certain goal that you want to reach? What would the results be? And what do you need to motivate yourself to get there? Consistent motivation, choice making, is a key factor in the success of a direct seller. So that's a key point to think about, that consistency, consistent motivation. Making that choice is a key factor in the success of a direct seller. You should have a game plan in place to keep you on the path. Whether it is a picture on your dream board, you can see my dream board behind me. I'm going to be adding Hawaii to that dream board because that is the location of our new incentive this year. So, what is your consistent motivation going to be? Then it talks about another thing I wrote down. He said to stay motivated, making choices, but first you must love yourself, because if you don't, you will be at war with yourself. Second, love where you live, because if you don't, you will be at war with your geographic. Third, love what you do, or you will be at war with the clock. So who looks at the clock all day to see when the day is going to end? I don't, because I love what I'm doing. And if you love what you're doing and you have your motivation and your plan to do what it needs, then you won't be looking at the clock either. So then some of the things that it suggests that you do, and it says within the next 48 hours, take a personal inventory of who you are and what results you have clearly defined and clarified for your business, as well as for other areas of your life. Get up every morning and follow your game plan of the day for the choices you will make to achieve your desired results. Then you will have mastered the art of staying motivated. So great points, great points. So that was in the Build It Big. Then the next two things to read were in the More Build It Big. And the first one was on page 191. And let me see what notes I wrote down for that one. So the art of balance for your entrepreneurial parent. Okay. So are your roles at odds? When you learn to set boundaries and establish strategies that help you manage both roles, you begin living the life you dreamed of, earning additional income while keeping family a top priority and being there for your children. So this is all about staying in balance, okay? Similar things that you want to think about in staying in balance that I got out of this reading was, is your office set aside from in front of the TV, right? So do you have a door on your office so that you can close that door and that means you're working? So another step they talked about, invest in your family by having a phone line dedicated to business. Your family shouldn't have to snap to attention when the phone rings. Give yourself permission to let your business phone ring when you're in the middle of time with your family. So teach your children how to answer the phone so that if it is a customer, that it is, a professional way to answer the phone. Also, your ongoing voicemail message should reflect your professionalism. So, an example it gave is, hi, this is the Olson residence and the office of Karen Olson, your homemaker's representative. So use your voicemail when you're with your family. Let it go to voicemail. And then when you're classified as the working time that you've set aside, that you've planned, then that's when you can go back and listen to that work message. Choose your role. Try not to multitask business and home at the same time. Give your children 30 minutes of undivided attention so that when it's time for you to be working, then they know that now it's your 30 minutes to be doing your business. Ask your members of your family to help with the household responsibilities. Make meal preparation a family thing. Involving your children, they can, take part in setting the table, cutting up the veggies. And then when you are home for the evening, make the most of those opportunities with your family. Let your kids know you have a home-based business so you can be there for them when they need you. And so you can have the flexibility to be involved in their school sports activities, and also explain to them that you also have your business time and they need to be respectful when you are on the phone. Boundaries are great for kids, and you can practice them using your business. And then the last one is acknowledge and accept change. When you feel out of balance, check whether the needs of your family are changing. Your schedule and priorities will change about every 6 months as your children grow. Care needs, homework time, sports and social activities all have an impact on your schedule. Acknowledge these changes and adjust the way you work your business. So some of the actions that it suggests you do is identify 2 tips from the list above that you want to incorporate this week. Identify 2 tips that you want to incorporate in the next 30 days, and enjoy your family, your business, and the positive feelings on attaining balance in life. So I think it's so important to have the balance between work and family. It's really important. So now the next reading in the More Build It Big is on page 210. Let me go back to that. And what this is, the title is Share Life Lessons with Your Children. And one thing that was bolded in that was, you can replace any guilt with a sense of pride in knowing that your children will grow up understanding the value in working hard for something they want. So that's an important thing. That's an important lesson, that having your home-based business can help build that in your children. And then some of the other things I wrote down here. Our life is revolved around lifting others up, not getting ahead of them. So that was a key point in this reading, that if you haven't read it yet, you want to go read about that. Our life is revolved around lifting others up, not getting ahead of them. So that is very, very good to think that. It says in here, my mother was successful in involving us in her business because she didn't compartmentalize her personal life and her professional life. As she interacted with parents at Little League games, school activities, they often became interested in her work. So see how you can blend the two by going on a field trip or working at the school, and them also knowing what your home-based business is on why you can do those things. So making it work and fun for the kids, sit down with your family and set business goals that reward the entire family, such as going on a special vacation. So you can let them know that this money that you're earning from this home-based business is going to help them have fun at like Disney World or skiing or whatever, whatever fun thing that the family decides is going to be something that they do together. Turn your next humdrum business chore into a fun activity by having your children invite friends over to help with a mailing and ordering pizza or watching a movie. So, and I have done that too. When I'm doing like a big mailing or something in the past, I have, I've talked to some of my friends, and their children have come over and helped me stash envelopes and things like that. And that's something that you can do, and you can, treat them with something special for helping you out. Encourage each family member to make a dream poster. Have them incorporate pictures from magazines that represent what matters most to them, and let them know that their dreams are as important as yours. As you support your children in reaching their dreams and goals, your children will be more likely to support and encourage you in your business. So how important is that? It's really important to involve family in how your business is going to, succeed. It's all about succeeding and working it together. So that is the readings for tonight. There was, like I said, 5 readings. And then in the book, it focuses on harmony. Where do you put your time and that type of things. Giving appropriate attention to all areas of your life allows you to live your values. Excuse me while I take a drink of water. So then it also talks about exploration and integration. The facets of your life that fall into the number of different areas. Each area represents a role to play, an obligation to fulfill, or a dream to hold dear. So think about what your life would look like if you operated at an optimum level in the following key areas: financial, business and career, personal, health and fitness, fun, relationships, contributions, and physical environment. How would you feel? What actions would you take on a daily basis? And what results could you expect by living this way? So think about this. Financial. What would that look like? The income you desire, your investments, your savings, and your debts you choose to pay off. I like that. Business and career. This area includes your business goals, your career path, and the people you choose to work with on a regular basis. Okay, then it goes on to personal. This area is all about you. It includes the skills you want to master, the things you want to learn, the leisure activities that interest you, the material items you want to purchase, the vacation you want to take, and the places you want to see. So that all involves the personal side. The health and fitness. This is the area of your life for physical fitness, spiritual fitness, and mental fitness. So the next one is fun. All work and no play makes for an unfulfilling life. That's what I always say about with Avon. We work hard, but we play even harder. When you get one of the incentive trips or maybe it's just with your own family that you're going to have fun with, you close the door to your business and have that fun with your family. Relationships. This area encompasses the people in your life, family members, friends, clients, mentors, co-workers, and employees. And then what about contribution? Involves the ways in which you choose to give back to the society by tithing your time, talents, and money. So what contribution is your, business going to do? Number 8 is physical environment. Physical environment. This area is comprised of the physical and social conditions that surround you. So then it also in this lesson gives you a harmony wheel. And this is where you're supposed to harmonize, what on a scale of 1 to 5, shade the color, the rings based on the numerical value you assign to each area. So it's kind of a self-evaluation there. So you can do that in the workbook. And then ask yourself, what 2 parts of my life wheel have I neglected? What have you neglected? What parts of your life wheel have you neglected? Do you have the balance with those parts neglected? So focus on 2 areas the coming week. Write down what your action steps will be. So really, it's take action daily. Each morning, visualize yourself living at a satisfaction level of 8 or higher in your 2 focus areas. What are you doing? What are your habits going to be? How are you presenting yourself to the world? And then another key point is check your attitude. What is your attitude? The attitude determines your altitude. The attitude determines your altitude. How do you stay positive under challenging circumstances? The answer is to maintain an attitude of gratitude. I love that. An attitude of gratitude. So let's see. Then it goes into, kind of a self-examination, a checkup from the neck up. Just take 15 minutes to quickly answer these 7 questions verbally or in writing, like who do I love? Who loves me? What do I enjoy most about my life? What is great about my business? What have I accomplished that I particularly proud of? What am I most grateful for in my life? What do I look forward to in my life? So again, it's a little bit of self-examination. It's all about, again, what the whole subject was about is, moving forward with the balance of a plan. It's not hard to make decisions when you know what your values are. So values will guide every decision and ultimately your destiny. So as you review this exercise, you will likely recognize that your areas of strength are a reflection of your highest values. So think about what your areas of strength are. Think about your balance in life. Think about setting time for certain things with your business and family. So that way they're not all looking at, the hours that mommy works. Because then do they appreciate your business when your business is taking you away from them? Probably not. Probably not. So that's why you want to think about how this is going to balance out in your life. What steps are you going to take? What balance do you already have? What balance do you need to change? So I think this was a very good lesson. And I think it's a really important lesson to do as a, home-based direct sales business. That balance is so important, and working with a calendar, working with how life is going to, challenges. We always have challenges in life. We always have change. Change is constant. So you have to balance everything out and make it work and make it fun and work around what you need to work around. Okay? So I want to thank you for watching this. Our next lesson in the Build It Big workbook is the art of time mastery. And there is, again, 5 pages in the Build It Big and the More Build It Big that needs to be read. And then it goes back to from page 152 to page 157. And then after that, we have support at home. And I believe that the next one is your professional image. And that is the end of the book. Then we would have gone through the whole book. So, like I said, next Monday night is the art of time mastery. Okay. Take control of your schedule. So it's a little bit carrying over from this one on your balance. So we will see you next Monday night then at 6 o'clock Central Time, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And we will cover that, go over it before, and so you can share with what you got out of the book. And I hope you all have a good night and hope you enjoy this recording. Thank you.